Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. I am doing this live. We're doing a testing of Dreams to Reality Ranch Farm. So, today is Sunday. I wanted to talk about self care. What is self care? What does it mean to you? How does it feel to you? And the things you can do for self care. So, and also how you can prepare for self care. But if you don't know, I am Dr. D. I also have a channel 963B for you, and also my new channel, Welcome to Dreams to Reality Ranch Farm channel. So, this is my new channel. We're going to really kick up the thing. The mission for this channel is it's healing the land, a land to healing. So we're going to be doing a lot of fascinating things here. We're going to basically learn different things from holistic practitioners, different people, different things. We're going to learn about different techniques of living, some being off grid, some being on grid, some being alternative on grid living, where we can save money, save things, also plant food. So that is a big thing for me, being self sufficient and having food that we can rely on by growing it ourselves. So I'm hoping to get some farmers in here to give us some ideas so we can have, instead of some things I like to, instead of having a garden, have a edible forest or an edible garden that is in the front that you see a lot of places in Europe have been doing in different countries, of basically utilizing the space that is an empty space with nothing but grass, that all you're doing is cutting it and wasting. And that goes to the landfill, fill that up, or you might burn it. I don't know. We do a lot of things, but it creates a lot of garbage. And that's why we're going to talk about composting. So we have somebody to show us different composting in different zones. See, that's the thing since moving here in Florida. I didn't know that there's different zones of the US. There's zone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 and 10. And Florida, believe it or not, has two zones. I didn't know that. It has a zone 9 and 10. And 9 is more towards going north, going towards Louisiana, and going towards Georgia. That is the 9 zone. And coming down, like from, I want to say, Orlando, going to the Keys, that's zone 10, like near Miami where it's hot. So you got that is the zone. So that's something I was very interested in learning, because when you're gardening, you want to know what zone, what plants will be able to grow in your zone, because they're very important. And also the other thing I learned, really study and learn and get the almanacs. The almanacs is very good for your learning to garden. And you also want to connect with your USDA and find out the things, because I remembering while we would get heirloom seeds from the USDA, and we could plant them in our garden to be for food security, to be more efficient and grow different things. So that was done on a regular. I haven't finished discovering all the things here, so I'm new. So bear with me as we learn and we walk through this together. It's not a just one or one all. We're learning everything together. So I want to introduce you. This is my home. This is my living room. As you can see, I have a lot of pillows and stuff and things. Oh, and I also make different herbs, and I'm going to be sharing like some of that stuff with you as well, like things that I do. And of course, I have a little bit of a fireplace. And I mean a little bit of fireplace. My fireplace is not working right now, so you see the grid over there. So I'm kind of describing. This is my makeshift office, living room, where I have my paintings. You can't probably see. I have my paintings that when I was in Guam that I actually made. I was very excited about that, doing all those things. So let's talk about. I pulled a card, and this card is from the book. It's a book called The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And these are cards. You just pick them out. And this particular card, which, like, I have a brother that says, speak with integrity, always. Well, he says, be impeccable with your words. That's what he used to always say. Be impeccable with your words and speak with integrity. And that means something. When you have words are actions, as other people say. Words are spells. Words have vibrations. So when you're saying even hello, and how you say hello, you can say hello, or you can say hello. That emotion, that reaction, it peps them up. So words have vibration, have a signal that they send, and they vibrate to another person. And it also can bring people down by the power of what you use. So be careful of the words you speak. And it says, say only what you mean. Avoid using the words to speak against yourself. Because how many people have called themselves a fool? Or you idiot, or you're dumb. Some things you did the dumbest things. No, don't do that. Say you're wonderful, you're smart, you're brave, you're intelligent. Oh my goodness, that was a learning curve, whatever you do. Or gossip about others. Don't do it. It's a waste of energy and time. It robs you from your vitality of life. Use the power of your words in a direction of truth and love. So that's something I want you to think about. Use your words in a direction of truth and love. And sometimes the truth hurts. Not everybody wants to hear the truth. Not everybody wants to be put on the spot. So be mindful of what you do and say. It's really unique how you can do it. I was going to run, what was this thing? I was going to run this thing, and I was trying to think, TikTok. But I think after I get a couple of shows in, I'll actually run TikTok, because with TikTok, I learned like a lot of people just want to get on and they want to say stuff, and sometimes inappropriate and sometimes it's not. And I don't have somebody to monitor while I'm on Facebook, while I'm on YouTube, while I'm on Instagram, while I'm on this. We're building up to that, to have these things that someone can monitor and be the monitor in these different things and be able to do that. And I'll be able to sit. So we're going to be having a lot more interviews. We had a young lady by the name of Maya that talked about, that was an herbalist that is from Frostproof. She was on last week, and she shared some insightful information, some things that were coming down the pipe that she learned about, that she shared with me. So I advise you to go and look at that video if you have not looked at the video or have not had a chance to watch it. And I have some other videos that were from my other channel, 963B for you. But this one, I wanted to really focus on the things that are happening at Dreams to Reality Ranch Farm that is going to help us. So this is about healing. So self-care on Sunday. First of all, some people get up on Sunday, they have a big breakfast, they go to church or they go to a synagogue or they go to a meeting or they might do ecstatic dance, which is another thing, or they might get up and meet with a family and have brunch. There's so many different things that people do on Sunday. Now, some people go to church or their a place of worship on Saturday, and they call that their Sabbath. Like Sunday's the Sabbath for them. So you it's really in some Jewish homes, they do nothing. They prepare everything before their worship, so they're not cooking or doing anything. So all they have to do is get their food and be able to eat. Um, from my understanding, Muslim, a lot of women that I've seen, they cook, and when they're in the mosque, the men are on one side, the women on the other side, and they eat afterwards, but they have an order in which they do things. And then the Christian church, 9 times out of 10, the children's had a light breakfast before going to church to Sunday school, and then the church, and then after the church, they might have a lunch where the deaconess and the trustees, they get together and they put the food on the table with the missionaries, and they serve people like for the day. So then they're eating, and then they might have a later service, Christian church, a later service as well. So they enjoy themselves and they're in the church, and so maybe 8 or 9 or 10 o'clock at night. So there's so many different ways that you can spend your Sunday that I've gave you. And then some people just go to the park, and some people just go to the beach. So there's so many ways that you can, is what you choose to do at your time. I think a good thing of self care is maybe packing yourself a basket of a lunch and a picnic, a self picnic, by putting some fruits, some sandwiches, or some meats, or some vegetables, or whatever in a basket with juice or soup or whatever, whatever your inkling or felt led to do. Put it in a basket and put it in a bag and take it, make sure it's cool, and go to the park. Sit on the grass, look around, put your feet in the grass, do some natural earthing with your body and connect with the earth. And maybe sit up against a tree. So you're really connecting with the tree, the vibrations, and you're giving energy and it's giving you energy. And with your feet on the ground, without your shoes, of course, because we don't want that. We want to make the connection with the earth. So that's one thing. Or you can go to a beach where there's ocean water, where your feet is on the sand, you're under a canopy, you're sitting, you're enjoying the sun, you're enjoying the weather, you're listening to the waves, or even getting up and going in the ocean and putting yourself there. Or you might spend time going for a hike and hiking up. So you pack a little snack with you and you hike up a mountain or you hike through nature. So those are things that you can do to relax and taking self-care, or even go on maybe a couple hours tour of your, like a riverboat tour, where you get to go and you see, you eat, you greet, and you just have fun and just enjoy yourself. Enjoy your time with yourself, or enjoy your time that you're not so bombarded that your brain is doing so much. That again is self-care. So let me think about other self things for self-care. So you can make you teas. You can also prepare yourself for a bath. And we'll get more detailed in that in a minute. Things that really help you relax, things that can bring a full spectrum of body relaxation. Because I'm going to share some recipes with you and some different things, like I had different colors and the vibration of the different colors that I love sharing. I love talking about colors. And the reason I love talking about colors, because colors also have vibrations that we don't necessarily think about. And I want to see if I can do this. Hmm, I think I can. Hmm, hmm, I don't know. Okay, let's see. I can. Okay. I wanted y'all to see the color violet. Can you see that color violet? Violet. And let me read you some of the things that we have on violet in the color. That might be something that you need to relax. Violet makes some people feel very giddy. Um, Violet always and some people symbolize spirituality, wisdom, creativity, sensitivity, also royalty. It also, that's what it stands for. It affects you to be motivated. It inspires you, it uplifts you, and also balances you. So, if you know, we're going to talk about the chakra. The color violet, and it says the color violet and sensitivity. Violet is one of the popular, most popular, well liked hues. Hues, you hear that? Hues, not color, hues. However, some of its flaws includes hypersensitivity and narcissism. Fortunately, the good outweighs the bad. Wise, thoughtful, empathic are some of the violet's more positivity attributes. Violet holds the more blue undertone than purple. And I don't know if y'all know about purple and the positivity, but they say violet also is fragile, it's raw, it's timid, and people can be quite arrogant, can bring that out. Positive, it's encouraging, it's intuitive, it's creative, and considerate, that color violet. Now, the psychological by the color of it brings you where we always see color, like we always think royalty when we see that violet color, royalty, statue, status, encouragement. So why don't we change the color up? Let's hit this up a bit. Let's change the color. Let's go. There we go. We're gonna do this. I thought, why not? Okay. So self-care is so important to us because when we don't take care of ourselves, we run out like a cup running over. We run out of juice. We run out of energy, the vibration that when we don't do self-care. And when we're low, we can't function, we can't move, we can't work, we can't do anything because we have not taken time with ourselves and we have just flatly ran out. So, what are some of the things of self-care? First, speak words of wisdom to yourself, loving words, vibrational words, healing words to yourself. Also, how about making a mask? Can you see that? This is a mask that I made, and I'll give you the recipe. Go write it down. This is something that I made. Recipe of a recipe of just a mask that you can create it, make it your own. I always tell you, make things your own. A mask where it takes, okay, 3 tablespoons of clay, whether it's Benedine clay or French clay, and then 3 tablespoons of, I'll say, I always use apple cider vinegar. I also add essential oils. Ooh, I'm glad I caught that because that would have went out there. Essential oils or herbs to it to make it last long. So that is the recipe that you can add for your mask to take. And you just stir it up and mix it and come out. And you really want it this consistency where it's thick. So other things you can do before you take a bath is dry brushing. You take it and you just dry brush your arms and down, your whole body. And that's before you dry brushing, getting out of just being yourself in nature. And that helps the circulation. So, but you want to do it from here. You can even do it under your arm, your chest, or wherever your skin. Just brush, brush, brush. It does something. It's circular, like I don't know. It does. It gets the lymphatic system going. So you're brushing down, chest, your back, the whole 9 yards, your legs, the front of your legs, the back of your legs, all over. And then, that is one thing for lymphatic massage that you can do. The other thing you can do is I have this lymphatic roller. I love it. It rolls it right on out. Okay. Let me see. So it helps. It rolls. It almost looks like if you have a foot, I forgot what it was, for foot massaging your foot, you can use that. You roll your feet while you're in the tub or in getting a massage or in, what is that? Getting a pedicure. It massages and it rolls back and forth. And you're basically touching the different points in your body, like a little natural reflex. That's another way that you can actually do self-care is get an appointment, getting a massage, getting reflexology done, doing color therapy, getting a yoni steam, get a lingam steam, getting a yoni smoke, getting a lingam smoke. What else? Doing crystal therapy, doing a raindrop treatment. These are different things of self-care that you can do that actually helps the body. And it brings a lot of healing, which is really good. So you can do all these wonderful things that opens the body up to begin to heal. Do the sauna, the steam sauna. You can do a treatment like that. You can do the infrared sauna where you have that. You can actually get acupuncture done. You can get acupressure done. You can also get, a chair massage, as I was told. Never had one. You can get one of those done. You can get so many different treatments for self-care if you're not in the position to do this and actually make it. And actually putting your hands in the dirt in the garden and actually gardening can be care and therapeutic because you're growing your own food. So you know what you're putting in the soil because you're the one putting it in the soil. You know what you're feeding because you're the one doing it. And you reap a lot of benefit when you start growing your food, or even when you get to know your grower, your farmer, where your meat comes from, where your vegetable comes from, where the herbs come from. And if you grow them yourself, it's just fantastic. So, other things you can do composting. Take the things that you can grow, like the cartons, not those styrofoam cartons, but the regular old cartons. Put them in a, um, a bucket for composting. Your food that you finish, that you don't finish, is old, like banana peels, coffee grinds, all of those. You can put them in a compost bucket and start composting. I am starting horticulture gardening, which is different for me, so that it prevents weeds and it nourishes the plants. So, but mine, the way I'm doing it here is different. It's not horticulture in a box. It's horticulture basically in the ground. So you're going to build up. So you'll get to see some things. We're going to show you what's going on in the farm in a minute. But I just want you to do some things for yourself, self care. How do you prepare for the week when you're doing this? So on Saturday, you might think about what you want for the rest of the week. So you can make enough breakfast for 5 days, lunch for 7 days, and plan out your dinners for 7 days. That all you have to do is you have them in little compartments. All you got to do is go and take them and eat. So Saturday you set aside that's all you're doing. You're preparing all your breakfast, lunch, and dinner for you to have for you or your family or whatever it is, so that you're not spending money. So we're saving money. That's a benefit for self care because you have more money to spend on you. But if you don't have time and you prefer to eat out, then of course go ahead and eat out. Treat yourself to something that you like. But how you can do that is, if you're going to do this for the week, supposing you want to do nothing but smoothies for the week. So what you do is you set up a Ziploc bag or storage bag, and you put all the things that you want to juice in each bag for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So you have them, and then you have all the dry ingredients that you want, whether it's spirulina, whether it's Irish mouse, bladderwhack, if it's kelp, what else? I said wheatgrass, um, beet powder. These are things that you can put in your drink. Turmeric, black pepper, honey, whatever it is. Just put them on the side. So all you got to do is jump it when you get up in the morning, because sometimes people be running and running for work. They don't have time. But if you have it together, and all you got to do is just put it in the freezer, pull it out of the freezer and dump it in. Guess what? Boom, boom, it's done. You can take your shake with you. And as you're driving and you're waiting, maybe in traffic, you can drink your shake or drink it before you go, rinse your cup out, boom, boom, you're there. So, other things you can do to prepare yourself for the week that might be helpful is get your clothes out for the week. Have them washed, ironed, and dried, and have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday already lined up. Shoes, socks, bras, everything in a pile that all you got to do is everything is in order. Boom, boom, you're done. You got your toothbrush, your paste, you got your things that you're going to do when you're cleaning out your nose, your neti pot, you got your ear cleaner that you're cleaning out your ear, your toothbrush, your mouthwash, all of these things, and your soap. So if you have all of these together and they're together, it's like a boom boom situation that you can come in. You wash your body, oil your body, and then you step in your clothes after you brush your teeth, do your hair, and whatever you got to do. If you got to blow dry, see how long it takes you to get ready in the morning. How long does it take you to get from out of the bed to your bathroom, to get in there to brush your teeth, wash your face, wash your body? Time yourself and see how long it takes. And you'll be able to implement a plan a little bit better of how to execute your day when you're going out the door to your job or to your business or whatever you need to do if it's already planned. You also is the time on Saturday and Sunday to actually go over your plans and appointments that you have for the week, what to do, and make sure that you have gas in your car. Make sure your car is running appropriate. You don't want to go out there and figure out your car is not running, like this light is on and you're ignoring it. You don't want to do that. Make sure you do your oil checkup. Make sure you check your tires. Make sure you really over check your car before you go out there on Monday, going out there and like, you know what? I meant to get gas, but I didn't get gas. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, these are the times to have the car filled up, washed up, and cleaned, whatever you need to have done. That's the appropriate time, I would say, to you to go out and get your car ready for that. So that takes care of that. If you have stuff that you're done for the weekend and you're done, like your briefcase or your projects, and it's done and it's ready, put it in your car ahead of time or Saturday or Sunday. So you know it's done, it's in the car. If you have to grab it, all you got to do is grab it on Monday and be on your way. So you see how this implements and get everything going that you're already prepared for your week. You're not stressed out. So now all that's done. So let's talk about our bath. So you might want to put Epsom salt in your bath and some essential oils in your bath. You can also do what we call a detoxing bath. A detoxing bath, basically, I'm going to give you a recipe again. Detoxing bath consists of Epsom salt, Epsom salt, baking soda, benadine clay, and a teaspoon. No, we won't do that. Just put all of that in there. Benadine clay. Some people even put, believe it or not, are you ready for this? Borax in the tub as you soak. And you want to soak for about 30 to 45 minutes in the tub. So as you're doing that, that's a detoxing bath. It gets rid of a lot of stuff. You'd be really surprised that is being pulled out, especially with the benadine clay. It's a detoxifying. The salt, the Epsom salt gives magnesium, so it relaxes the body. It pulls stuff out, draws, like if you aches and pains, so it starts to heal. The baking soda, of course, it's balancing the body and pulling the poison, things off your body as well. It's getting in those pores and getting everything done. So adding the borax, of course. So these are things that you can do. You can do them at your own will, but I must say, if you have high blood pressure, I admit the Epsom salt. It might run your blood pressure up. It might. I am not a MD. I am a PhD, which is different. I am not licensed to practice medicine. I'm just giving you suggestions. So this is for educational purposes only. I must say, get my disclaimer out there. So if you put this mask on, you want to also test to see if you have a reaction and find out. And you only use herbs that you would want to use in your body because there's different herbs that do different things. So we can get more into that, later on. But I thought I'd just share, those recipes with you on how to go in your bathtub. And you want the bath to be as hot as you can take it. And I'm saying for you, the adult, not for the children. You do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. I'm giving these for adults and adults only. So you can take this bath, you can make the mask, you can sit in a sauna, or you can put the mask on, get in the bathtub, sit there and just enjoy yourself. Even have a facial mask, shampoo your hair, condition your hair, wrap it up. And if you don't have a plastic thing, back in the day, you used to take plastic bags, shopping bags, and just tie your hair up and it condition the hair and then rinse it out. Now you can do hair clays for your hair to do that as well. So many different things that you can do. So while you're in the tub, just relaxing, light a candle, think of positive things, have some good music on, have your cup of tea, have a good book. They have little trays that you can have your cup, tea, book, and read and enjoy your music at the same time. Do something that you're going to enjoy just while you're there. So find something, even if it's just sitting there with a pillow behind you with your eyes closed and just getting in the moment. Enjoy your time with you. Self care is very important part that we need to do more of that we're not because we're so busy running ragged to the beat of other people instead of to the beat of ourselves. So this is, what I think would most be helpful you, the clay, the positive words of speaking, getting in front of the mirror and telling your body how much you love it. And as you're rubbing your body with the body butter or the body oil or the castor oil or the olive oil or whatever you're doing, you're massaging in the body, you're giving it healing. As you're doing that, speak love and energy, even if you feel that there's some things you need to work on, still love yourself no matter what. As you work on them, it's still lovable because that is still a part of you. And you're going through a healing phase no matter what it is. You got something going on, deal with it, heal it, embrace it. So I I'm so happy that I can share this wonderful information with you. So, if you would like some more tips for me to reveal and help you, let me know. I am excited and grateful that I was able to spend this Sunday with you. And we will be doing more of this. So, if you like, I would definitely like you to, if you like what I did, or you have a question for me, put down at the bottom. I'll be sure and happy to answer the question. If you like this channel, let me go back. If you like my channel, I would like you to like and subscribe and push the bell button so you get a notification when we're actually on. So I just want to say goodnight to everyone. I am Dr. D, and you have been watching Dreams to Reality Ranch Farm. And we hope to see you again with your questions and things that we could show you. We just love the energy that you bring. Thank you so much for all your support and taking the time to watch. So, without further ado, I want to thank you for being one of my supporters. So, we are going to end the show.
I am your host, Dr. D. Welcome to Dreams to Reality Ranch. Take this trip with me.